And hello. Hello. Good evening, Tetris land. This is Frank, aka Furio, and we are playing some Game Boy Tetris. More importantly, we are playing Premier Division, and that is part of the Game Boy Tetris League, as we are in Season 5, and we know that we're going to have a match today because it is the Premier Division. In the Game Boy Tetris League, we have 3 divisions. We have the Premier, Challengers, and Academy, a 3-tier system. And as I said, the Premier being the top, you are in the land of max hours, where today we will have the following. In the blue corner, when I get the transition done, we have Akatu from Finland. We shall be talking a little bit more about them shortly, and we will be changing my score. Let's just change that from the previous game. How is everyone? We have 3 players in chat. Hello, 3 people in chat. Hello everyone. Adam, goat is the only thing goat about me right now is my beard. And I've got to say, yeah, I probably should be getting rid of that anyway. Good old Billy Goat Frank. Have Akatu in chat. Hello Akatu. Yes, I have you on stream. And I'm just about to get our Toni on stream. Okay, right. So, as I've said before many a times, technical difficulties will be expected with my streams. Just purely because they are. You're gonna get that with me. I am running on a weird setup. You see, I've got like a old banger of a laptop, and I've got an old banger of a laptop sitting next to it, and I'm like trying to share process with both of them. It's a pain. It's a nightmare, but it's a learning process, you know. I'm cheap. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say here. I'm just a cheap date. But what's not cheap is this game, which is going to be full of riches. Absolute, some of the best Tetris you will see on the planet, quite frankly. Hey. So, let's introduce the players. In the red corner, we have from Switzerland, Toni. And on the blue corner, and on the right hand side, we have from Finland, one of... Yeah, I mean, these players are both tops, so we can't say much about that, but we will say hello to Akatu. Thank you very much for the follow. I think you may have followed me there. Oh, that's nice of you, Toni. You legend. You joined the ranks of Dan, Marks, and Adam Irish. So yeah, welcome to the Furio Clan. Woo! Right, enough about that. Let's talk about the game. So, Premier Division. We have the following format where both players can start on two versions of the game. They can start on the version 1.1 OG, or they can start on the mod version. Now, I believe both are playing on the mod version, which is perfect. They can do, I believe, starts on... Correct me if I'm wrong, peeps, but you should be able to do starts on K and F. Am I right in saying that? Is there anyone in the video? Thanks very much for that, Nels. Just looking at Discord. Right. F and H. Akatu. Gem. You're absolute gem. Yes, so we can start on the following levels. Now, let's just check the stream, make sure everything's working okay. Both players seem to... Oh. Tony's stream seems to have frozen. Just want to check that out, Toni. Would you be so kind? Akatu, could you just check to see if you're still live? Both look live, but Tony's... again, Akatu, if you could start playing a game, that's probably the best route to check this. Toni, you are kind of frozen on your side, man, I think. Okay, Akatu's good. Toni, what you doing, Toni? Come on. Yeah, come on. It could be a GBI thing. It could be an OBS thing. It could be a Video Ninja thing. It's a Toni thing, right? Okay, that's fine. Perfect. Right, once both players are on their start screens, I will... Yeah, we've waited long enough for this preamble. Let's just cut the foreplay and get to the game. Right? So, F and H start. F and K start. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm doing it now. Bloody hell. Right, I should really just keep my own chat and just shut up. F and H starts. Thank you. Now we have both players working. I am quite happy and almost content at the patience that's been shown by the chat. So thank you very much for sticking around, not buggering off, and staying here for some high quality Tetris, which is what you're going to see momentarily. Okay. So Akatu, again, not too sure the rules per switch, but Akatu is asking for H. H all the way for both players, right? So I will start with the Tetris bot on chat. So once I get 2 readies from the players, 1 ready from Akatu, 1 ready from Toni, and I'll give it a nice big 5 count when you're ready, players. Come on, Toni. Toni. A thumbs up would suffice, Toni. Come on. Yep. Right, okay, we are ready. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris! Yes! Yeah, dancer, it worked! Sorry, I'm just quite happy that the stream worked. I've been absolutely been a dog with it, man. Trying to get it sweet, you know. I knew it was a me problem, but that's fine. However, the problem here is that Akatu started off with a little bit of things to think about, and fix, but they're doing that quite nicely. Toni has had a reasonably nice start, banging down the first Tetris of the game. Yes, Akatu is fixing. Vigilante. And he gets his first Tetris for the game. So nicely done. Nicely done. Now we have a lovely setup for the Z with the old piece coming along. Very nice tuck. Again, these players are different class. If you can put a word on class, it's these guys right here. And yeah, a little bit of a long bucket to fix, you know. That's a Alex hates him. So for the moment, Akatu's going to play one off the bottom at 59,000 at 25 lines, and on Toni's side 28 lines at 115,000. So yeah, a little bit of a lead on the go here, which is nice. That's what we want to see. We want to see, you know, a bit of competition, but that kind of goes with a bit of, you know, survival from both players, as we've got a little bit of, in fact we've got the same level of kind of smash to fix with on, you know, column 5 for each player. Toni gets his open first and is setting up for a centre well, which is yummy. Oh, has to take the J in it. Don't worry, you can still build. It's still good. Akatu, on the other hand, is still playing off that row at the bottom and is setting up for a left well Tetris. My apologies, and gets it. Toni got a bit of fix, but he can fix it. You know, it's fixable. Oh, nice L to fix that. Beautiful. Okay. Getting the right pieces, getting them down, getting it done. Again, yeah, this is a good game, you know. Akatu's caught up a little bit, which is nice, at 142 lines at 57 lines at 164,000. Toni, on the other hand, getting a Tetris for 60 lines at 176, so we're getting 10,000 to 15,000 gap between both players right now. Toni having the lead. There's the hazelnut milk. Hello, how you doing? Coming to check out my streaming skills. I see. Yeah. Get ready for a laugh, because you know it ain't that good, but they're good enough to point at a screen and casually show two of the best players in the game playing some Tetris. So we shall see. And yeah, I mean, these players are not giving me a moment to speak with any level of clarity as they are playing wild. You've got Toni building another centre well. You've got Akatu fixing it to get nice and clean on the left well. Toni opens up, 81 lines, gets a Tetris, bang, takes him to 236,000 at 85 lines. Akatu at 221,000 at 81 lines. So Toni with the narrowest but decent levels of lead. However, Toni now loses that lead as Akatu takes it back at 242,000. It is neck and neck. Or Naka o Naka, as Big Diss from Denmark says. Okay, that's a little bit high, but he still gets it down. Oh, nice one, Toni. Oh, good lad. This is good. We are approaching 100 lines for both players. It's 270,000 at 100 lines for Toni. 268,000 at 94 lines for Akatu. So we've got a game. We really do. It's incredible. Yeah, Toni is just picking a place to put them, and he's putting them down. He's not necessarily playing El Clasico here. He is just, you know what? This is my board. I can do what I want with it. You don't tell me what to do, board. You let me do my thing. I don't know you. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. Right, you can fix that. That's okay. A little bit of hijinks going on here at each end. Both players about 2 or 3 playing off the bottom, but they've got some bit of down stacking to do on each end. Both players are around between 108 and 117 lines, with Toni at 324,000, Akatu at 316. So, yeah, these players have been quite dogged. They are playing with a level of, I don't know, what's the word for it? Doggedness? Yeah, I just said that one. Alright. Yep. Now, I've got a little bit of breathing space, so just before Akatu gets a Tetris to take him 347,000, Toni at 332. So the first time there's really been a reasonable confident gap in the score for Akatu and Toni, but again, Toni ain't messing with this board. He is just putting it where he wants to, and he's getting results, so he's keeping up really well, as is Akatu, playing a little bit of catch up to get to Toni's pace here. Alright, another centre well for Toni. He's just absolutely mental. But you're just making this board your BICTH. Yeah. So, well, another one comes. Again, another well at column 3. just kill as you like. I mean, it'd be unorthodox right now to see Toni play a left well. You know? I mean, he'd be disappointing the chat, he'd be disappointing me. I don't know. I don't know. It's just unbelievable place. I mean, this is why these players are at the top level of the game at Premier Division. Max out players. You know, we're in the land of max outers here, people. You know, we're not here to, you know, just tickle the sides of the board and see what happens. These players really want to put high scores down, such as at 150 lines we have Toni at 429,000, Akatu at 148 lines at 467. So again, it is close. There's a balance here, and it could go either way. As I said, both players aren't lying down. As I said, Akatu is probably playing the more classic way of each game so far. Again, Toni deciding, yeah, you know what, I can match some of that left well play, you know, why not, just for fun. Okay. Akatu having to block well for a quick moment. Waiting for a nice L or I piece. Gets the L. Opens the well. And is rewarded with a nice little Tetris. Takes him to 519,167 lines. Toni is building high with a little bit of stack, but it's manageable, it's easy. He's a tad smaggy, but you know, this guy has been putting him down anywhere he wants, and that's a Tetris to take him to 542,000 at 540 for Akatu. So we are very necky, super. You know, we're in the smag zone, as they might say. It is really even Stevens, both of these players. And we have Hector in chat. Hello, the champ is here. Hello, welcome to Game Boy Tetris Premier Division. Nice to see you, champ, and a first time chat as well. Oh, Toni! Oh no, son! Oh, at 191 lines, 552. That level 19 just didn't suit. Did it? No, it didn't. No worry. We are now at 615 lines. You can mull on out a bit, but you know, you just choose not to, that's fine. GG's players. That was a very, very, really, you know, evenly matched game. There wasn't much in it. Again, Toni was very rogue with his placements, but that's what we want to see. That's what these kind of players have. They have that level of skill, ladies and gents. So you're seeing a great game, good pace from both, and yeah, that would be 1-0. So congratulations, Akatu. Whew, need to catch my breath. That was, yeah. I mean, granted, they never got to that level 20 full on, both of them, to kind of really dig in. But you know, the level 8 starts, you get your money's worth. You really do. So, it is level H, indeed it is, Scepter. And yeah, the players, as I said, they have the choice of whether they want to go between level H or level F. So it is up to, again, I believe it's up to Toni's choice. We're up, sorry, my apologies, we're playing H all the way. So if that changes, let me know, and I'll ask for a ready. I've got a ready from Toni, I've got a ready from Akatu, and we have a 3, 2, 1 Tetris. And it's a nice quick start from Akatu, thank you very much. And it's Toni, a bit fuzzy, he's got the post pieces coming along. He's building nice. It's nice to see like a left well for a change from Toni's side. As the music goes in crazy, do you want me to mute it? Or is it just like crazy, like as in ah? Because I have no idea what's playing, I can't hear it now, so I'm sorry. If it's wild or weird, just tell me to turn it off and I'll turn it off. So, back to the game. We are at the slow end of level H, or I say the slow end, you know, these players have just been absolute monsters. And it's only game 1, or it's now game 2. Here we go. So we have Toni still stacking left, going very nice for him. We have Akatu with a little bit of a disagreeing O stack on the well, so putting a little bit of weight there, but again, spoiler roller, you know that. I should have mentioned that actually. We have Akatu playing on emulator as a tapper slash roller, and we have Toni playing on the good old DMG, which is the original handheld version of the game. For those of the uninitiated level, we are playing on various platforms in the Game Boy League Season 5. You can play on legit versions of the game, so it's multi-platform. If you play on emulator, why not? If you are a handheld player, so you're playing on Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advanced, Game Boy Light, Game Boy Pocket, you can play it too. You can use two options. You can play with a hand cam, which was the style at the time for quite some time, but nowadays there is a lovely little video capture called Game Boy Interceptor, and that's what Toni on the left is using. So it looks great, it looks sharp, it does the job, and it helps us keep it real, you know, keep it real for you out there. And we have Firedox in chat. Hello! Firedox, you have just missed a really close game one where Toni and Akatu were playing out their skins to get to level 20. And yeah, but the good news, you've joined us at this game, which I should give a score update at 48 lines. For both players, we have 149 for Toni, 132 for Akatu. So yeah, a Tetris and a bit on Toni's side, so the board has been a lot more nicer for them. Yep. No need for hand cam anymore, although yeah, I actually when I was doing some tests or some OBS testing, I had a bit of arse cam on the go. I had the camera behind me on a tripody type 8 angle thing, and yeah, you got a bit of the I know Muff watched it, but he's into that. I mean, anyway. We are at 67 lines on Akatu's side, now 68, with 164,000. And Toni at 67 lines at 203. Give me another single, probably won't, so missed it here now. And so, yeah, 226 for Toni, 186 for Akatu. This is a really nice game again. Toni again setting the early pace, you know, and Akatu doing his impression of a stalking horse, just trying to make a little bit of magic happen on that side of the board. But the game is just not playing. I'm going to turn my mic down a little bit because I think, yeah, I'm probably going, and yeah, sorry. Alright. Right, Toni has got a really nice stack. Again, had you caught the earlier game Firedox, you would have seen Toni pulling absolute, you know, rabbits out his bahookie, you know, like he was like putting Tetrises down wherever he felt like it, and it was a sight to see. And feel free to watch the VOD once it gets reported. Akatu has been playing again. The score doesn't reflect how really nice this Tetris is that they're playing. It's again, it's just the RNG has just been a bit of a CUNT, but yeah, we can fit. It'll come back for them, I'm sure. Just a little bit of stats around these players now that have kind of given me a bit of peace. We have our Toni from Switzerland, the absolute Swiss miss of Tetris, you know, like they are well known in the community. Recently at CTWC DAS, and also I believe there have been at many CTECs as well, so again a well renowned good egg of the game. And also a max outer with 1,063,000, and that was kind of captured 2 years ago with another player in the scene, Tolstoy. So yeah, well known in the Game Boy scene, and very happy that they're playing today. And on the other side, in the blue corner, we have Akatu. And Akatu is the king of the mountain when it comes to the Game Boy Tetris leaderboards. They have records in anything and everything. If not the top one, pretty much the top one, you know. What can you say? 2.7 million. Top score on level 9. 4.06 million on 9 Heart. 3.99 million on level K. Come on. Behave, you know. Terrible. But terrible in a good way, of course. As I said, these players are the creme de la creme. And again, granted, like you might be thinking, hey, Akatu's playing on emulator. They've proved it, not only on emulator, but on the handheld as well. Recently, they were a finalist in the Classic Tetris World Champions Game Boy Tournament of 2025. I won't spoil any scores, but let's just say, you know, it was a game for the ages. So I fully recommend you guys going out to GB Tetris, wherever you find our social media, our platforms such as YouTube or twitch.tv/GB Tetris. But yeah, you're best going to YouTube for that stuff, as our Nails is a legend when it comes to making sure things happen on that side. But on the left hand side we have 476, what a monster pace, honestly man, 142 lines. And we have 446 on Akatu's side, 143 lines, so again, these players are just keeping up with each other. It is really, really good play. Pace is stellar, you know, they're taking 500k into the transitions, pretty much, so this is excellent. You're not going to see any better Game Boy Tetris tonight, and I say that for a fact because I'll be playing around an hour and a half from now, so yeah. Yeah, I believe creme de la creme is cream of the cream, or cream of the crop. If you rise to the top, and then I'm all sorts of the girl. Jump around, jump around, jump around, jump up, and get Tetris. Right. We have Toni, 533 at 169 Hey lines. We have Akatu at 170 with 541. So Akatu, like the game previously, has taken the lead. Came from the back, as I said, stalking horses, stalks no more, with a lovely little burn, keeping it clean. Both players again have played absolutely clean games so far. You know, both playing on the left well, not being too rogue or aggressive as such, just building and burning, and you know, sensible but at high speed as well. It's just quite, it's just it impresses you. It really does impress you. The level of kind of just, you know, just it's class. I mean, what else can I say? You know, I ain't much of a talker. That's why I'm a restreamer for Game Boy Tetris. So we have transitioned into level 19 for both players now. Akatu at 580. Toni taking back the lead at 593. So again, we hope we can see some level 20 play from both players. That'd be nice. I believe we will at this turn of 601,000 is the turn for Toni at 201 lines. 607 lines for Akatu. And now takes 631 into level 20. So again, a Tetris and a bit separating both players. We have our first level 20 transition for both. This is great. Let's go. Come on. So we will, I think we'll see something special here. Oh, I think we will. Okay. Smaggy on both sides, but you know, they're doing a bit of management with the burns and skims and all that. Oh, Toni gets a Tetris at 218, 640 lines. Akatu waiting for that bar, gets the bar, takes him up to 689. Building again, nice and clean, 4 rows high, 714,000 for Akatu. Toni getting it, no, doesn't take the smag, takes the burn, it's quite smart. Again, both players just picking their moments, not being too smaggy. Toni takes another burn with the O, that's nice. Akatu getting a little bit high, gets a lovely Tetris, takes them up to 793,000 with our Toni at 666. Oh, the devil's pace. But he gets away from that quickly. A little bit of schmacky garbage to fix it. Column 9, but he can fix that. Fixes it with that J, takes a triple. And yeah, we have a game. Akatu on the other side getting a little bit high, but again, child's play for this amazing player from Finland. Taking it down, gets the well open, waiting for a bar, has to fill. The well has to block the well a little bit, but again, bar will make the save. Bar for the save. Come on, babe, come on. A little bit of smag. You can fix that. It's easy, but it can be fixed at this level. Akatu can play at this level. You know it's doable. And no, oh no, S piece. So 812 lines. Sorry, 812,000 for Akatu at 256 lines. Toni, you have a chase down of 813. That is 813, and you're 100,000, just under 100,000 away. So let's see some magic from the Swiss Miss to Toni. Let's see where we can go. And he gets an eyepiece to save the schmag. Tetris ready for a duck. No, slightly Tetris ready, but no piece to help him. That was unlucky, Toni. Well done, but still, these players taking into past 700,000, past 800,000. Wow. I mean, monster scores. I will ask chat a favour. Chat, is there a line cap at this level? Because, you know, when do I ever need a line cap? I don't. I just don't. Again, fantastic players. And little cute Hannah, hello. Thank you very much for the raid. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and hello to Game Boy League Season 5. We are playing two of the Premier players in the division. We have Premier Division, Challenger Division, and Academy. 3-tier system, and this is the top tier. This is the land of the max outers. We have Akatu from Finland, a max outer at 2.7 million. We have Toni on the left, a max outer at 1.063. These players are top end, and we're seeing it in this play with Toni and Akatu. Again, you've just seen monster scores get put down in that game number 2 there. Wow. I mean, that's like pretty much a lot of people's max out, frankly, you know. So it's impressive to see. It really is. Now, I think Toni's took a wee bit of slow down, so he might be just waiting for the next, maybe just taking a little break. Okay, we have a ready from Toni. We have a ready from Akatu. And we have a count from myself at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. said, this game, again, it's a fine start for the Premier Division that we're seeing here, with Toni knocking himself down to Tetris' worth there at 43,000. Akatu with a Tetris and a bit of burn at 23,000 gets it up to 45,000. So both players are neck and neck at this stage of the game. That's nice. Okay. Toni getting a little bit high, but that's okay. We can burn this down. All he needs is the right pieces to come and save him, and he gets a low, gets an L. Again, I opens the well. Nice setup for the Z piece. This is survivable, very much so. And he's surviving, he's doing alright. Akatu, on the other hand, is, as I said, stalking horse, no stalky. He has had a good set of RNG so far, and is at 114,000 at 28 lanes. Toni has been living the high life, unfortunately, playing up high, having to burn quite a lot, so around 5 or 6 lanes in front at 103,000. But again, you know, he's there, he's still alive, and that's the end of the game. Infectious shitus. Is that a dish of some kind, or a spell? I hope you're well, Toy Story. Thank you for joining. Oh, sheesh. We have Tetris from Toni at 173 lines. Akatu, same line count, 227. So again, pulled off a little bit more here with Tetris and a little bit of change from that. Both players are playing nice and clean. There's a funky little J stacked on top of each other at level 9-10 for Toni. But yeah, you can get a little bit of delay going on there to fix out that. Quite nice. And he's fixed up to a nice little dirty Tetris. One off the bottom. Nice. That keeps him at pace with, again, from the previous kind of score count. 273 lines for Akatu, 240 for Toni. Toni likes to live the high life this game, and he is open. And he gets the eye piece for the Tetris. Very nice, very nice. Akatu doing so well, you know, like 316 at 73 lines. 266 for Toni. 266. So, you know, a little bit of a gap forming here, but again, it's because our Toni's been caught building and getting caught up high, but he's dealing with it really well. Again, sign of good players for both of these players right now, doing so well. MJ, I will be recording that and reporting your potential murder to the authorities should that come to fruition. Just, yeah. Don't slag Scrooge McDuck. He's one of my guys. But what's not one of the things you should be doing is topping out and looking away from the screen, so apologies. 346 Akatu and tops out. So Toni, you have a chase down at 347. You need 347. So this should be doable with given nothing cray happens. And a little double would take it. And it takes it with a Tetris, a dirty one at that. And that's 366. So Toni, you have game number 3. And that takes the score to Toni 1, Akatu 2. It's nice to say that, Akatu 2. Sorry. Really well played again, players, you know. Again, makes it still, I mean, that is honestly, if I could just keep that level of consistency to get that amount of score, I'd be happy. But you guys are putting on a clinic as per usual. Been a good game so far, hasn't it? Yeah, it's been really good. It could go 3-2, it could go 2-2, it could go 3-1, it could go anywhere. Yeah. The Archbishop Desmond Akatu 2. That's also a score, and that's also like a result in university here. So like if you get a first class, you're like top of the class. If you get a 2-1, it's like a second score, but you can get a Desmond, which is a 2-2. So why is my game a slideshow? I don't know. Why is your game a slideshow? Is it because it's presenting? I don't know. Is it its presentation? The classic Game Boy Tetris ballet dress. Do you have one, MJ? Do you have a tutu? I hope you have a tutu. Alright, we have a ready from Toni. Thank you, Toni. And we do have a ready from Akatu, so apologies for the schmaggy chat. We just got caught in tutus. So, and a free. Oh, frozen on mine. Not on my end, Hector. Nope. Both players have begun, and both players have started. And we have a game on where Toni is now on the comeback trail to bring it to the decider, whereas our Akatu is wanting to get away from the 2, take it to 3, and finish this game up 3-1. And I think it's doable, you know, like I said, the game previously just shows you the level of kind of gusto, smart, and it's just willingness to win that Akatu has. And also good RNG, you know, it always helps. But, you know, you have to be good enough to deal with the bad and the good. And these players are not only good, they're not good, they are amazing, quite frankly. So, alright, we have, if I could get closer to the screen and look at it, 88,000 for Akatu at 19 lines. 54,000 for Toni at 21 lines. So, again, we have around near enough 2 Tetris lead. Yep. So a little bit of fixing for Akatu to go through. Toni getting it nice and clean. So it's a potential opportunity here for Toni to catch up. Whilst Akatu just gets it sorted. And I have every confidence even in them that they will. Now, 100,000 mark for Akatu, at the 84,000 mark for Toni. So again, that catch up is happening in real time. Tony's thinking to yourself, you know what, Akatu, I like you kind of down stacking and cleaning up and me being clean, but you know what, I think I'll join you in this down stacking phenomenon. So we've got a little bit of smash for Toni to clean up on. He's doing it, as did Akatu. Akatu is now clean and waiting for a bar, and gets a bar. Takes him to a nice score of 133,000. And clean as a whistle. Toni taking it to 117,000, 156 now for Akatu. So again, that 2 Tetris plus lead is in. Yeah, it's in. It's locked in. Both deciding, you know what, I'm going to play a little bit more traditional and get my board all nice and clean again, which both players have to the best effect. Nice J-tuck there from Akatu. Still the Tetris ready. Takes the burn, but you know, waiting for that long bar. Gets the long bar, gets the Tetris, and takes him to 225 on the nose. We have Toni getting a little bit high. Oh son, oh no! He takes it to 146. And that's a top out from Toni at 146. So with that, we have Akatu takes the game at 3-1. So the final score is Toni 1, Akatu 3. GG's players, and thank you for instilling the trust in me to put on a match for you, restream it, and get you the first game of Premier Division in the books, in the pocket, out of sight. Yeah, well, you say shitty. You know, both games. I think all games were again of a really high standard, and I'm sure both of you will watch the game back on my channel here at Twitch or YouTube, and yeah, you will see that it was a really good game, a lot of positives, and quite frankly a lot of negatives for the other players out there in Premier Division who have to play these guys. So yeah, I've said all I can say. I think that is all I need from you guys in chat. Is there anything else I've not done? Is there anything else you want to hear? Do you want me to sing a song? I don't know. So yeah, well, actually, do we want another game? I don't know. Is Firedox chatting about another one? Can I still do the match after this one? I got back earlier than I thought. You know what? Yeah. If you can get yourself set up, yeah, let's go. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine by me. Okay, right. So I'm just going to put a little note on the screen, and just to be nice about it, we'll start in a few minutes' time. So we have ourselves a super stream. We'll just not a soda stream, a super stream, where Toni, Akatu will go round robin. So we're going to get 2 more games. I will wait to see who goes first. We can have a frank pool rules of winner stays on, or Toni, if you want to offer go first. Whatever. You just figure it out about yourself. You figure it out. I'm not taking it to do with it. Okay. to get our next set of games on, and they will be with, on the blue corner, you may have recognised them from their previous game, that is from Finland, Akatu. And on the left, in the fiery red corner, we have from Canada, another max out player. Who would have thunk it in the Premier Division? We have Firedox. Now, let's see how they want to play. So, you have a choice of F and H. Akatu being the higher seed. Yeah, on my stream you're getting H, but again, figure it amongst yourselves. H all the way, good. Alright, so we're going to get H all the way in this game, and we have already from Akatu. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Nels. So we're going to get a roller versus roller match, because like we mentioned, you can play an emulator in this tournament, and you can roll. How you're rolling depends. You can roll on a keyboard, you can roll on a controller, you can roll on the floor, you know, whatever you want. That's up to you. I ain't going to tell you what to do. So we have already from Akatu, Firedox, if you could be so kind and give me a ready. We have a ready. That means we have a start in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yep, we do have Tetris. Just to also say as well, with the capture card using the Game Boy Interceptor or using emulator such as these, you can change your colour scheme, which is also just a nice little nifty thing. I mean, I guarantee that other people do it, but here it's just a little bit more special, you know, because on the left hand side you've got Firedox playing with the GBC. Shout out to Team GBC who play on Game Boy Colors. Akatu keeping it simple, sticking with the monochrome. I respect that. Yep. I tend to have a nice black and white filter on my cams when I'm doing streams, but not today, because today we are restreaming Game Boy League Season 5 Premier Division, and we have our second set from the game so far. So previously we had Akatu playing Toni, now we have Firedox taking on Akatu, and we have a neck and neck score there, near both players at 90,360 at one point. We have again Firedox just picking and choosing where he wants to build these Tetrises, so he is building in column 4. Akatu steady as they go, well, playing on the left well. Haven't deviated too much from that during the past 2 games, but hey, this is what makes champions here. And Firedox getting a little bit heavy, hot and heavy. He can fix it, can he? Yeah, he can fix this. This is doable. I can see it. I have a premonition that he's going to fix this. Yeah, this is nice. Again, it's growing stalks and stems. It's really just got arms and legs, this one, you know. It's a crazy bit of down stacking and smashing here, but he's getting the right pieces. Flat eye bar helps. Yep, sticks that one upright. So he's got a lovely T here, just needs something to the side and gets it there. Man, that was class, well done. And he's, just rode the lightning a little bit too much there. So 130,000 Firedox tops out, which means at 205 plus we have Akatu with game number 1. GG's. Again, early doors Firedox. That was, you know, your first game out in a while. And I don't know if you've played in Game Boy League before. My apologies. If you have, you know what comp's like. It can be difficult. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a battle. All right, we got a ready from Akatu. Awaiting a ready from Firedox. Ready, Eddie. Come on. And we have 2 readies on the board, so we will start in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. You may notice that this stream is going really well. I say really well, not just in the play, but also how clean it is. The Game Boy Tetris community use a lovely tool called Video Ninja, and I've just kind of started getting used to it. But I've kind of found something that works for me. You know, I won't tell you right now, but I will tell whoever can bother to listen on our Discord, which you can find at Now, I did say that I would have technical difficulties at the start of the match, and technical difficulties have reigned supreme. Only on audio, of course, not on video, because you're still seeing a lovely, lovely game happening here. We have 136,000 at 32 lines for Firedox, 137 lines at 34 lines for Akatu, so uber necky so far. And a Tetris there on column 7 there for Firedox. That was really nice. Kind of doing what they were doing earlier, just picking where they want to play and making it happen. You know, it's very you know, cavalier would be the word I'd say right now. Such as playing on the right well, as they're just about to build, and missed the opportunity to take a Tetris there, you know. But that's okay. Oh my god! 183 lines! A top out from Firedox. We have a top out 183 lines, so Akatu, you have a chase down of 184. Currently at 166, so 184. And that Tetris will do it. Oh, that was a stinger. That hurt. But you know, again, it's early. It's these early doors kind of thing. You know, you're playing the top player, or arguably, well, not the current champion, of course, but you know, top of the leaderboards. You know, king of the mountain, Akatu. Again, no shame in what you played there, Firedox. Like, I think that maybe you had the hesitation of when you seen the opportunity for the Tetris, or you know, that playing right well on the old Game Boy is a little bit different. Yeah, it could be a few things, but no shame in that at all. You know, stacking really well, positioning really well. Again, Akatu just an absolute machine in that game. You know, so yeah, getting the lead's always good. And getting another ready from both players is always good as well, to take us into game number 3, which will start in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So yeah, another nice clean game here. Just whilst I've got time at the start, so try not mess up too much, guys. Firedox, we have Firedox hailing from Canada with a level 9 PB from November 2024 of 1,005,068 on emulator, so that's an incredible score. Again, not too shy of taking a bit of B-type in play. Only 3 weeks ago, Firedox have put down a B-type 19.5 record of 10,600 which if you watched the game, Firedox said that was the worst score. Actually no, it's not the worst score. You could have got all singles to get 9,600, so you know, maybe next time, why don't you go for the worst possible score? Just see if you can get line out, if you can line out all singles and put it up as a worst PB. So yeah, good to see you playing B-type. Good to see anybody playing Game Boy Tetris. So yeah, welcome. Oh, it's a nice T-spin there from Akatu. It's kind of slightly inverted. You know, it's one of those cool looking T-spins. Just right in back in the net type. You know. But enough about back in the nets. We have 118,000 for Akatu at 29 lines. 29 lines also for Firedox at 99,000. Looking good so far. Okay. Oh, I put some ideas in Tony's head. Uh-oh. Is everybody just going to try and get the worst score now? Uh-oh. We've got trouble ahead. You know, being not the best player, I mean, you would imagine that the worst player who's trying to go for it would kind of get it. You know, just like nudge it, try and get into that position of getting a reasonably okay score. But then again, we could get like a big list of people with the worst scores. I don't know. Yeah. That's for you to think about right now. Right now I'm watching this game and we have a Tetris from Firedox to take him to 151. And Akatu at 186. So well within pace and score lead. This is really nice. Again, lovely flat play, just hiding the well for a brief moment of time. Opens it back up just in time for that lovely eyebrow to come and save the day. And another Tetris again. So that takes Akatu to 232 at 58 lines. 56 lines on Firedox's side at 197. So Firedox ain't giving up this time, you know. All the schoolboy errors from the previous game are nowhere to be seen. They are wanting a match on here, and we're seeing it. So, good job Firedox, keep it going. That's not bias, that's just, I mean, I'm praising both players. I love this game, you know, and everybody in chat loves this game. So we are talking not about C-Tech, because I ain't ready yet. Oh, God, man. Yeah, just for the uninitiated, C-Tech is the Classic Tetris European Championships over in Copenhagen. It will be running on the 12th and 14th of November, I believe, at the Enigma Museum. And you will see all your favourite stars and celebrities of the European Tetris scene. Players such as MJ, players such as Toni, players such as Tolstoy, players such as Postebloom, Kirsten, Gunter. Oh, Gunter, you know, come on. Let's just talk about who's a hero. Gunter's a hero, absolute legend. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I just haven't done anything to be ready for it. I should probably start doing that now. Oh, you know what? I'll allow it. There you go. And you don't say I don't love you. Right, enough about European Tetris. Let's talk about Canadian and Finnish relationships here going on in this game. At 2-0 for Akatu. We have Firedox putting on, you know, a little bit more of a showing, you know, to show value in that max out that they have. Scoring 377 at 101 lines. Akatu with 396. So a closer, more confident match from both players. Getting the time in here to, you know, showcase what being a max out player at Game Boy Tetris is really about. Yeah, this is good. Now, one off the bottom for Akatu. It's no problem for them. Yeah, probably do the same again. I would. Oh, if I was good, I would, but you know. If I were this good, you know, I would make that decision with relative ease. Right. A little bit of delay to get that burn down. Gets the well open just a bit, but he's only got a triple's worth, so you know, a little bit of down stacking. On the other side, oh, Firedox, son, oh, Firedox tops out at 410. That was a bit much better showing, which means Akatu at 436. You take game number 3 and the set. So well done, players. Just get that 3 on the board. Boom. And we have our second set out of the way. So, oh, I say second set. Set number 1 of this game. Set number 1 of the previous game. So we had Akatu and Akatu and Toni playing previously. This game we've had Firedox and Akatu, so Akatu, you can bow out whenever you want. You want to play on a little bit more, you know, each is their own. That's to say Toni can get back on it if they want. I mean, Toni, if you don't want to play again, just let me know. If you do, I'm here and ready to take that game. Yeah, I think it should be like law that all European players must go to the CTEC at Copenhagen. You know, it's like I'm absolutely chomping at the bit to go. I can't wait. You know. That's a good question. That's our Game Boy tournament at the Finnish Suomi event. We ask our resident Finns. One's playing right now, so they can't really talk. So let's see what Hector says. MJ said he will kill someone if not. Yeah, you really don't want that happening. You know, like it's too much death going up. You know, I don't want to see that. I really don't. I mean, do you really want to be part of a Netflix documentary? You know. Oh, there's already been one about Tetris and that particular topic. I don't want to say anything like that on cam, but yeah. Nah, I ain't talking about the Apple TV one. Nope. Nice, easy going pace here for Akatu on his victory lap. But again, commiserations to Firedox. Firedox played really well, I felt. Again, just maybe the slowish starts. You just got bad playing, I'm assuming. just fallen from a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, good showing. I wish you all the best in your future games. In Game Boy League Season 5, maybe I'll take some of them, let's hope so. If not, hope to watch them. And we have our Toni on stream, so I will let Akatu play until I get Toni sorted, and we will start our next set of games. Jesus. Ugh. Deal with that. Okay, everyone, thank you very much for sticking around. Again, this has been a long stream. I've made it a little super stream, but it's been a fun stream, and I've really appreciated all of you being here and sticking around for what is going to be the last set of games for tonight. We have on the left, returning on this stream for the second game, is Toni, and playing their second game in a row, we have from Canada, Firedox! Jesus. You can tell what browser I use. apologies, my bad. Alright, so both players are wanting to stick to the mod, or, well, MJ is saying don't do hard mode. Nels is saying do heart mode. Again, it's not their choice. That's one thing. But yeah, okay, I'm going to ask in chat. Okay, what are we playing? I believe it would be Tony's choice officially. So again, cats, make a decision. Come on. Okay, what are we playing? Yeah. Again, I really don't know how well the stream has been. If the audio's been good, if it's been bad, if it's been okay. That's a good point. We might be playing in 35 minutes. Oh. H all the way. H all the way. Excellent. Alright. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, with that being said, I'll just make sure everybody is okay and is on stream and they're working and they're happy. We have already from Toni. Do we have already from Firedox? We do, yes. Now, if I could just see both of these on your screens, and then I will start the count. Just make sure nobody's crashed. Toni. What are you doing to me, Toni? Toni. Tony's screen looks healthy, but again, I don't know if it's me or if it's just frozen a little bit, but we have a bit of a slowdown before this game starts, so I can't start the count yet. Ah, we have Toni back, yay! Alright, so I'm going to take that as a ready, and I'm going to start the count in with a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Oh, so clean. The latency is just mwah. You know, it's nice when a plan comes together. Wow. That was my Edward G. Robinson / George Papard from the 18. I do have other impressions, but I'm more impressed with this game right now. So at 4 lines we have Firedox with a unconventional start, 8,653, but it's okay, you know, there's room and there's time. We have Toni slightly smag, but oh, now Toni is clean. Firedox is getting clean, a little bit of downstacking to deal with, but it's doable. They are showing the power of rolling here, that they can play at a high level, but sometimes when you do a misdrop like that, it's just unfortunate. And Firedox has topped out at 18,000. So Toni, at 91,000 plus, you take game number 1. GG's. There we go. Congrats. Yeah, it was just, again, it's a game, you know. So Toni, up to you if you want to top out. Yep. Thank you. Okay. So that was game 1 to Toni. GG's. But again, Firedox, it's not out yet. There is still game to play, and this one being game number 2. So I will get ready from both players. We do have that, so we will quick start 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And let's commentate on this one. So we have a centre well forward for Firedox. This is very nice. That's Toni-esque, if you might say, from the previous game they had with Akatu. Toni is playing a little bit funky, but he can deal with it with that flat eyepiece. Yeah, burns about, burns 1 down, burns 2 down, burns 3 down, is clean. That's nice, and gets a Tetris for a reward. So, just like that, Toni's clean. And clean at 67,000 at 15 lines. Firedox a little bit high, but again, they can do it. I can see this. Just see something nice, something too wide. That'll do. Yep, gets a T over, gets an S and TT spam. Oh, gee, that was unlucky. That was really unlucky. You were fighting that really well there, and I felt with the the pieces that came after that, it was very fixable, but very unfortunate. Firedox, you top out at 30,000, meaning that Toni, you have game number 2 with 113,000 plus. So yeah, it's 2-0. Don't say that. Come on. I'm not buying that whatsoever. You've put the work that you've put in for the max chase. I watched a few of your games at a time on Twitch, and yeah, you didn't give up, and more importantly, you didn't really submit anything until you were getting that max, So you were kind of just waiting for the right moment to get that max, and you got it. So, and there's not that many players that have got max outs on record. So be proud of that. It's a great achievement. Bear in mind that Toni is a vet, so they've been playing Tetris before. Probably most of us knew what a video game was. Sorry, Toni. But yeah, reverse sweep is a possibility, and I will take whenever you're ready, guys. Start the count for the next game. We have a ready from Toni, and I'll give it a nice 5 count if you don't mind. Once both players are ready. Yeah, you can try. You've got it, man. Come on. Yeah. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see you get to a high score. Get to just take it easy. Get to that level 100 plus. Get to that 100 line plus. You're there. All right. Game number 3 starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Simul start. That was nice. Okay. Similar starts, actually. Yeah, L and J's eyes and O's. Yeah, I think they were on the same piece set here. Yeah, okay, lovely, nice. Both stacking for Tetrises, and we get a Simul Tetris. Nice. So this is what we're talking about. And to shake things up, Firedox doing a bit of showboating, taking a column 3 Tetris, but deciding to play a little bit down and wait for the right pieces. Might set up for another funny column, but no. Burns takes a triple. Very wise of them to do so. Toni. Swiss Toni is at nice fits. That's a good fits. Oh, he does a dance along bar just for a wee celebration. Now who's showboating? That is cheeky, Toni. Very cheeky. I think both players want to put a bit of, I think they've kind of dusted off the. Oh, Jesus, man! I'm looking at Firedox's board there. Just that cacophony of Z's.
know, he picked the right moment. He had another Z coming there and decided to just leave it as is. So the Z Tower of Doom doesn't get another piece added to it, but it should get a nice double or single to burn out to get the well open. We're seeing really nice play from both players here. This is great. And we get a Tetris 32 lines at 120,000 for Firedox, 163,000, now 185,000 for Toni. So a fair bit of lead from Toni's side, but that's not taking anything away from the players. Both players are playing really good Tetris. They're not making too many mistakes. Oh, a nice wee funky T and a nice funky Z to get a nice tucks in there. Nicely done. Ah, he gets another one just to set up for the delay. That's a lovely Firedox. Really good stuff. Now, what do we have here? We have a column 8 Tetris there from Toni. He had a little bit of, interesting placements, but nowhere to be seen now. Back to the left well. Nice. This is good games. This is good. Right. A little bit of burning down on Toni's side. It's okay. Firedox playing one off the top. Tetris ready. Just waiting for that sweet eyepiece to come. Oh, it comes, but a little bit one too early for them. Opens it back up again. As an S, an I, and a Tetris. Magic. And sets up for another one with that T burn. Or skim even. And yeah, another Tetris coming down, playing one off the top's really nice. Toni fixing his board but sacrificing a little bit of the right hand side. Again, when you get the Tetris, that's arguably the most important thing to do in the game. Score a Tetris. Yep. And there's another. So we are at 77 lines, 70 lines on the other side. 291 from Toni and 245 from Firedox. This is the best game so far from both players. We're seeing good pace, we're seeing good stacking, good decisions, all pretty good. Yeah. And the chat are clearly enthralled with this game so far. Slightly just basking in the glory of this great Premier League game. So we have, again, not only the best game from both players so far, also the tightest, in terms of score. We're coming up for 100 lines for both players. We have 97 lines taken it into 100 lines for Toni at 319. Stacking really well on Firedox's end. Really nice dealing with those S's and T's and Z's. You know that you're getting absolutely shagged with them. They're just coming out everywhere. But you're dealing with them, and when you've got the right board to deal with them like you have, winner chicken dinner, I'm a vegetarian, by the way, and could possibly do that, although I like to win and eat dinner. Firedox getting a Tetris to take it into 389. 327 on Toni's side, a little bit high, manageable, doable, getting the right pieces, and he's taking it down one line at a time. Really good stuff. Firedox just casually building up column by column on that board dirty make a Tetris, that's classic. You know, that's what you want when you're playing this game. You know, that level of just casual play, you know, it's really, really nice. And it was reflected by the score. At 123 lines, we have 454 from Firedox, 341 from Toni. Toni dealing with a little bit of down stacking on his side, but he's getting there. He can fix it. It's, you know, it's our Toni, and he's got a tuck set up, but he gets a T to burn, although he hangs a T in column 2. And that is curtains for this game with 347 from Toni, which means at 464 we have Firedox take the win and get their first game of the league. So again, the chat will tell you, both players will see by far much better games from both. You both are improving as they're going along. So yeah, well done both of you. And we have a restart on Toni's side. Yeah, that is a thing. So after 3 games, you can clear the score, just so it's a little bit more continuity when you're playing. So Firedox, if you'd be kind and clear your score as well, just for continuity and good showmanship and all that crap, I would appreciate it. But you know, again, it is just for continuity, and I'm recording it and I'm going to post it on YouTube, so I don't care. It's my stream. Both players are ready, so I will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So Firedox saying earlier in the chat that they shouldn't have a max out. Well, look at the play. You know, it is on display. This has been a good game so far. Nice easy start. Both at 7 lines. Both at the same score at 24,000. So yeah, this is what you want. This is what you want. Yep. And we get Firedox taking a line there, a Tetris there. But they've got to do some burns here to fill the double wide well. Do so, get themselves a Tetris, and they are back in it. Toni got a little bit of fun discrepancies on the right hand side at column 9 and 10, but those L's will help. Has to block well temporarily until further notice. Again, an L helps, an L or J would be nice. Gets the L, gets another L, puts it on its back, gets the well open, waiting for that long ball, and gets it. Oh, very good awareness there. Takes him up to 82,000. Firedox on the other side, again similar lines kind of count. We are 141, so we've got around just under 40,000 in it. This is really nice. You know, again, paying homage to the previous game, I'd say, where both of these played. Yeah, a good rate, you know. I might check in with chat and ask the question. Chat, how weird is the music? Is it weird good or weird bad? Because I can't hear it. I'm choosing not to hear it so I can concentrate on the good old Game Boy Tetris. Oh, we dancing long bargain from Toni. That's nice. And with that J placement, it's Tuck City. We've got 2 tucks in the go there. Nice. Gets a Tetris for the reward. 197 on Tony's side. 254 on Firedox's. So again, really good play from both players, showing why they are max out players at this game, with Firedox having a 1,005,068 max out with that they got in November 2024, and Toni from 2 years ago, sitting eating pizza with Tolstoy, getting himself a nice casual 1,163,000. So don't think you can't eat pizza and play Tetris at the same time, because you can. Which reminds me, I'm kind of hungry. I'm gonna eat right now. Don't know what I have. That's not me groaning, that's my belly rumbling. Sorry. 87 lines, both players. 297 for Toni, 357 for Firedox. Both players. 2 Tetrises ish, point the same. Not too far away. Did you need someone to feed you the pizza? Yes, MJ. I wouldn't mind that, yeah. just insert it to your life. Right, that's a bit weird. I'll cut that. But what we won't cut is this gameplay, which is just non-stop. 4-2-1 for Firedox, but we unfortunately had 303 on Tony's side. Toni. Unlucky. But congrats to Firedox, who takes this match into a decider. I'm starving, honestly. Right, but the hunger of Tetris is keeping me going, that's for sure. To see this game out, both these players are just, so I'll give you a nice big, yeah, you know, you're getting a 10 count, right? So, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Again, we are off to the races here. The chat is on absolute tenterhooks. They are stunned in there. Absolute silence. Except for MJ. You can never stop the MJ. But we'll tell you what, right now, we ain't stopping this play. This has been good level of play from Firedox. Confident. He's built a lot more confidence in their game from each level played. You know? So this play is keeping on par with Toni's, and it's showing that you are a a force to be reckoned with in this division. I expect that the rest of the players will be looking at this game going, I'm in for a game here against this fellow. So one for the watching, that's for sure. And like I said, I'll just take the opportunity whilst I can still remember to thank you very much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Do feel free to follow and all that jazz, because if you follow, you get a really special prize, and that is my adoration and my thanks. And you get the prize of seeing more Game Boy Tetris, as I am an exclusive restreamer of Game Boy Tetris and Game Boy Tetris accessories. Yep. So we are at 32 lines each. 117 for Firedox, 66,000 for Toni. So what was not to say sheepish start, but again one that, you know, didn't really fill the confidence of the player. It's turned into a really good game and turned into a really decent level of play, but it's getting a little bit high for Fire. Come on, son, come on, you can do it. Get it, got it. Come on, yeah. The flat eye would have took the O to a double. Unlucky. So 146. Firedox tops out at 146. So Toni, you have a chase down of 147. 147. Honestly, Firedox, really good showing. You got better and better each game. Just unfortunate with that top out there. You know, you can't help that. Sometimes it just goes that way. But yeah, really good showing. First game out of your Game Boy. We dancing long bar. Stop it, Toni. Stop it. As a wee celebratory. Just to explain a dancing long bar, if you flick an eyepiece just like that, it's a dancing long bar, or DLB, as coined by the player, DLB. So we have points on the board for both players now. Oh yeah, because the way that the point system works is that if it's a decider, the losing player gets some points, but the lion's share goes to Toni. So Toni takes most of the marbles home to Switzerland, whereas our Firedox can put this on the back burner and see where they go in their next games. So with that, I have already said thank you to chat, thank you to the players for being here, and I hope that you all get some rest. I've been sitting here for nearly 2 hours. I'm hungry, I want pizza, and I want you all to have a very nice Tetris day, and please, 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 go away. Yeah.